It's a very mechanical system, so it's based on a trend following system. It's based on the weekly trend, and it's generally with the current system with CTI. It's using forex pairs. So at the end of each week, I'll set trend lines on the weekly trend with my pairs, and that's with 28 pairs, I believe. I'll just draw the trend lines, and then that will set me up for the rest of the week. And then it's based on the 4-hour system. So at the close of the New York session and around the open of the London session, I use it to suit my lifestyle because I work a full-time job as well. So I find it's before the start of my work day and the end of my work day. That's when I open my systems and set my trades. And so basically it's a 4-hour system, and it's in line with basically moving average and a trailing stop.
What's up, traders? In this video, I got the pleasure of meeting Simon, who has recently passed the 12.5K CTI evaluation. He's from Melbourne, Australia. He's been trading for 5 years, and he is the example of a trader who's following an exact process and is not skipping the process of becoming a consistently profitable trader. So make sure that you watch it till the end. And if you find some value here, give us a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, leave us a comment below. And on that note, let's get straight into the interview. Hey, Simon, how you doing?
I'm very well, Rodrigo. How are you?
Very well, thank you. I understand you're all the way in Australia, so thank you so much for joining at such a late hour for you. And I would like to congratulate you. You've passed the evaluation, so well done to you. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling great. Thank you so much for the opportunity. It's great to be part of your team.
Awesome. It's great to have you. And I would like to ask you about your story. How did you get into trading? And then talk about a little bit about your strategy. So yeah, let us know about your story. How did you actually get started?
Yeah, I started about 5 years ago with the weekly system. So that was with equities in the Australian exchange system and US system. So that was more a slower moving system. And about 2 years ago, I found an interest with a shorter term strategy. So I started to discover gold, silver, FX and indices, and I started trading that strategy. So over that 2-year time period, I'd probably say the first year or so was jumping around like many traders do. I was looking for the sweet spot, the golden, what do they call it? The holy grail.
Yeah.
That took a bit of work. So jumping around all over the place, trying a lot of indicators. And that was while using my weekly system with stocks. So I'm still doing that. That's more of a wealth building strategy. This one's more of an income building strategy. I think it took me about a year or so until I sort of found my feet. Yeah, probably say the system hopping was the biggest issue I did have. And I needed to commit to sticking to a strategy for at least 6 months and doing a lot of back testing. And then that's when I sort of really found myself.
Awesome. After a while, you tend to discover that less is more with trading.
Oh, it's amazing just the circles you go around with trading. You think, the more evidence you get, the better your system's going to get, but you tend to find the opposite, which is quite interesting.
Yeah, exactly. So what kind of strategy do you follow? Is it quite mechanical, or is there a lot of discretion towards it? And what pairs are you trading?
It's a very mechanical system. So it's based on a trend following system. It's based on the weekly trend, and it's generally with the current system with CTI. It's using forex pairs. So at the end of each week, I'll set trend lines on the weekly trend with my pairs, and that's with 28 pairs, I believe. I'll just draw the trend lines, and then that will set me up for the rest of the week. And then it's based on the 4-hour system. So at the close of the New York session and around the open of the London session, I use it to suit my lifestyle because I work a full-time job as well. So I find it's before the start of my work day and the end of my work day. That's when I open my systems and set my trades. And so basically it's a 4-hour system, and it's in line with basically moving average and a trailing stop.
Oh, wow. So it's really good that you've managed to develop a system around your current lifestyle. And I think that's what's really important for many traders to consider, is that trading itself is a lifestyle. It's not like a regular job. You know, you need to make it fit so that you are physically capable, mentally capable to actually do it. So obviously you're working full time. Swing trading is and trend following is the best option, really. So if you can find a good system like yours, if you're trading full time, this is definitely the way to go. And from speaking to many traders who are working full time, which is most traders are doing that. So what sort of goals do you have in terms of your trading? Are you looking to continue your current full-time career in your job, or are you looking to take trading to full time? What kind of sort of aspirations do you have?
I'd like to take it full time, but with the amount of time that I'm currently dedicating to it, I don't want to increase it. So for me, it's probably 2 sets of 15 minutes per day that I dedicate to it. And out of that 15 minutes, I'd suggest it to be 5 minutes looking at charts, and then 10 minutes each slot of just entering my data into spreadsheets. I don't want to increase that at all. I think it's more about having trading complement my life, rather than, me chasing around charts for 12 hours a day. I don't have any interest in that. And I think from a psychological perspective, that's important for me. So to answer your question, I'll continue working my full-time job and building my trading to a point where it can basically look after me. And but in terms of switching over, I'd like to bank my full-time income at least for a year and live off the trading income first. So I wouldn't take the risk of, jumping from a full-time job into trading. I just wouldn't do that for so many reasons. The psychological one's really the big one.
Yeah. It sounds like you have a very smart way of doing things, because most traders, they tend to think the opposite. They will quit their job, purchase a funded account, and just hope for the best. Whereas you need to think about the pressure, the financial pressure that trading full time it does give you. You have to be able to trade from a space where you're not worried about paying your bills or anything in that nature, especially if you have family and other sort of financial commitments. That the pressure of having to pay your rent with your trading profits, it's just immense. And it's really good that traders like yourself have found City Traders Imperium, where we provide funding for you, because it kind of lowers the risk on your own capital, and you are now able to scale with CTI's capital, as long as you continue to demonstrate consistency and discipline in what you do. And I think this opportunity is absolutely amazing, and that's why we do what we do, and we're looking for traders like you, Simon. So fingers crossed you continue showing discipline. And talking about your performance, let's go straight into that. I'll show you. Have you had a look at it yourself?
Yes, I have. I generally look at it as I go along. So
okay,
yes, I'm sure you can give a good description though. Yeah.
Can you see the screen there?
Yes.
Oh, fantastic. Right. So so you started this in December, right after Christmas, just before New Year's. Can you tell us a little bit of what you were thinking at that point?
Yeah, it's a very good point you make. I didn't even think of that because I don't really trade normally after Christmas. So I think my mindset then was just to give it a go at that stage. So it's a good observation.
Yeah, but at least you placed your first trade on the 3rd of January,
yes.
on the Kiwi CAD there, I see. And wow, you do trade all 28 pairs. I can see there's quite a lot of trades there. So if we go all the way down to the stats, let's have a look at some of your stats here. your win rate was pretty good. It's definitely above average, at 61% win rate. Is that sort of what you average in your personal trading and your back testing? Is this what your system provides for you?
It is, yes. There's a couple of elements to that. You can probably see on that spreadsheet that each pair seems to be in pairs. So generally I'll open up two positions and I tend to scale out. So
right.
One I'll exit and one profit, and the other one I'll let run. So that's probably a reason why there tends to be quite a few trades. That's probably the first element. And the second element is I exit trades during a news event, or a major news event anyway. So they'll give me the opportunity to re-enter the trade as well following the news event. So that's more so for capital preservation and to, protect my system. So aside from that little dip at the end, my drawdowns generally are quite low. So yes, to answer your question, that win rate, it is around about 60%. I also keep a record of my performance or my expectancy from news event trades, and I also have a positive expectancy with my news exits as well. So that's my edge as part of my system as well.
Fantastic. So yeah, it's really good that you understand your system so well, and it goes down to the process that you follow. As I understand, you do journal your trades, you record what you're doing, and the fact that you have a trend following system is fantastic. If you're catching that 1R or 2R for your TP1 and you just let the rest run, it's you've done your job. Now you just let the system do its thing. You let the market decide what it wants to do. And in the end, you realize that following your trading system and following your process is all that we can do. That's all the control that we have. And trying to emotionally attach ourselves to the outcome is just not the way to go. And it's all about trusting the process. So you've obviously demonstrated good discipline. You understand your system very well. You know what you're going for. You know exactly where you're going. You have a plan in place. Your lifestyle, everything is revolved around putting you at the best possible performance in order to find your entries. And that's it. That's all we need to do. And I love the fact that you only trade just, for a small amount of time every day. That's fantastic. I'm a little bit envious. And it's really good because it keeps you focused. So the next question I would like to ask you is what sort of advice would you give up and coming traders or traders who are working full time in a very similar situation to where you are? Perhaps they might be even developing a system. What would you tell those guys?
Yeah, I think a few of the elements we've already touched on. The first thing is don't trade scared money. So that can be through a number of ways you can manage that, I believe. Heavy back testing will get you there, because if you don't back test properly, you're not going to have true confidence in your system. So it's very easy just to see what you think is a fantastic moving average, for instance, and then just jumping on board and trading, and then you hit a drawdown and then you're tempted to escape that system. So, back test for a long period of time, just until you build the confidence. And then, just trade very small positions until you build that confidence over a certain time period. Don't trade scared money. So don't give up your day job. Trade to complement your day job. And it's good to be in a mindset where you're trading and you're generally indifferent to the end result with each of the trades, because number one, you're confident in your system, and number two, as you pointed out, you're not trading to pay your rent or your bills or support your kids or anything like that. So it's to complement you. I'd probably say the third element I'd be looking at is just don't give up. It's very easy just to hit areas where you want to give up. It's a topsy-turvy curve trading, and you're going to go around the bend, and you're going to be trying so many different systems. But there are systems that work to suit you, and the thing is, it's finding a system that suits your psychology and suits your lifestyle. I mean, so it's just a matter of finding it and sitting in that comfort zone. And you don't have to trade sitting in front of the computer 12 hours a day. You can do it for, even my weekly system was 20 minutes a week. So you can trade systems that suit your lifestyle.
Yeah, that right there, guys, is a lot of wisdom. So if you didn't take any notes, rewind, listen to that again. That there was a lot of wisdom there. So thank you so much for sharing that, Simon. And it's been a real pleasure. Again, congratulations. I'm looking forward to seeing how you perform. And you're always welcome to contact us. Let us know if you have any concerns or if you want to take a break or anything like that. We're always here anyway to support you. But yeah, on that note, enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you for this interview, and yeah, good luck. We'll see you soon.
Thank you so much for the opportunity. I appreciate it.
That was Simon, our new 50K portfolio manager. And if you paid attention to the wisdom that he shared, you would know the process that it takes. And it takes a lot of hard work, but don't give up. That is the most important piece of advice that he gave. So if you enjoyed this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up and hit the bell notification so that you don't miss out on the next interview, because we got a few lined up. And if you are interested in one of the CTI funded programs, the link is in the description. So head over to our website and you'll find all the information that you need. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.